Okay, so our Monday Pombagira series continues, and today we are focusing on Maria Malombo, shown here. So this lovely lady is from the Brazilian Carnival, and she is portraying Maria Malombo. That's why I use this picture instead of some of the artwork, because I feel like this captures the essence of Maria Malombo to a T. Maria Mulambo is the queen of the cabaret and the nightlife, and this elegance and this sensuality portrayed here by this lovely Brazilian woman is chef's kiss. Now, who is Maria Malombo? Maria Malombo is one of Pombagira's caminos or avatars or paths, of which there are many, and she is one of the more popular ones. Maria Malombo is the messenger of the Orisha Oya. So Maria Mulambo is often found, like Oya, at the gates of the cemetery, all right, or in the because she's the patron of the cabarets, and then if you should find her in the doors of the cabarets and clubs and things like that. Maria Malombo is different than Maria Padilla, where Maria Padilla is has this very aristocratic demeanor. Maria Malombo is the patron of those who are less fortunate, the marginalized, the people of the street, the lower classes have their champion in this lovely lady here. She is often shown wearing black and purple. Sometimes you'll see her in red. Again, it depends upon the artist's depiction of her. And like Maria Padilla, Maria Malombo is also a sorceress. She is also associated with magic. She's also invoked for very similar things. Um, and again, as I said before, she is a champion of the lower classes. So let's talk about her backstory, since I talked about Maria Padilla's backstory. So according to the legend, Maria Malombo here was also royalty. She was a princess, and like back in the days, you didn't get to choose who you were married. She was betrothed to a king who she did not love, right? Because it was an alliance, So she marries this king, and he's like just, depending upon which story, he's either boring and just doesn't fulfill her, or he's just like downright cruel. In any case, she had a lover already. Her lover was not of the noble or the royal class. He was a poor, either a fisherman or something. He lived in a hut by the river, basically. So Maria Malombo, when she marries the king, she's living the high life and everything, but she's just not happy. She's not happy romantically. She's not happy sexually. So she goes and visits her lover in his hut by the river, and they get it on, right? So she's like going back and forth between the palace and the hut by the river, and eventually the king finds out and catches both Maria Malombo and her lover in the acts of adultery, and he orders them to be executed by being drowned in the river. Now, after Maria Malombo's death, she is elevated, she is raised to the status of a Pombagira, and she is made the messenger of Oya. She is the queen of the cabaret and the nightlife, the patron of the downtrodden and the oppressed and the poor. So Maria Malombo is kind of like one of those figures that you go to when you if you tried everything else, you're desperate, you feel like the cause is lost, like there's no hope. You go to her and boom, she does it for you. So like the other Pombagiras, she likes the champagnes and the cigarettes and the roses and stuff like that. She is sometimes shown with a black cat because of her associations, with Eshu and with sorcery in general. So that's another depiction of her. So she does look different than Maria Padilla. Maria Padilla is usually shown with the crown and or the fancy hats and so forth. And is usually like red and black. Maria Malombo, as I said before, sometimes is in red, but mostly is in black and purple. So again, she is featured at the doorway of the cemetery, like Oya, like Iansa, and most of the times her offerings will be deposited there. But in any case, just like Maria Padilla, she is a really great ally to have on your side when you're feeling hopeless, when you're feeling like the odds are stacked against you and you have nowhere to go. She is there to welcome you. and she is there to help. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your questions or comments below. We will explore the other Pombagiras week by week, and maybe go into some of the issues depending upon, I'll see how it goes. I'm going with the flow during this Lent, Again, and maybe I'll mention in another video, Lent is a season where in Brazil, in Candomblé and Umbanda, like the spirits of the dead, the Pombagiras and the Eshus take more prominence because it's believed that the Orishas are off fighting on behalf of humanity during those 40 days of Lent. And so the focus now shifts to these entities. And also, it's also carnival time. And you see in the carnival there is the depiction of the Orishas. Like this year, I saw a float for Oshala, I saw a float for Shango, I saw one for Ogun and Oshosi, and there are also floats for this year for Eshu and for Pombagira, and they have been in years past. So like, because this photograph is of a woman who is in the carnival portraying Maria Malombo. So yeah. Sarava Pombagira.